you're muted, but I'm assuming you're in agreement.
That's what the thumbs up was for.
When you hear two guys going shabby, shabby, yeah, that guy's probably evil. Okay.
Should we knock first?
Uh, what language they were speaking? Common.
Mixture of common and goblinoid.
No.
In Goblin, where there's a little note here saying add prisoners. Oh no, we're gonna have to call our wagon back.
Oh, there's a note there, adding prisoners. Whoops.
Behind the curtain.
Yeah, I guess I couldn't have revealed that, but undoing the fog is annoying.
Yep. Alright, so, I think we're gonna knock, because that seemed pretty effective before. Where you get them into striking range, right? Let them move to us.
Kreiger will quietly rage while he's knocking.
What? Who dare? Let me do the talking or it'll take fucking forever.
Time for the seed, come on.
Oh, there we go. Seed fun.
Opens the door.
What the fuck?
Damn. Oscar, you're gonna roll your deception as part of your initiative.
Okay. Do you want me to roll, or do you just gonna use the auto?
I'm just gonna use the auto thing.
Okay. So we're gonna take our old prisoner hidey hole and fill it with our new prisoner.
I will do the random number thing again.
Choppy. Meat cleaver.
All right. Initiative has been rolled. Which brings us to Alkur, Shadow Doom, the Bugbear, Bone Crusher, Oscar, Kreiger, Ptolemy, Jailer, and Darian. Nope. We have to remove a few from Oscar because his deception is 6 less than his perception. So we'll make it like you rolled. -3.
And Alkur and Shadow, or Alkur and Crusher both have -1.
Okay. Crusher has -1 and Alkur has a -1. Alright, that didn't really do much for the order. Except for Oscar dropped down a little bit. Alright, Alkur, Shadow, Bugbear.
Alkur is going to hit this Bugbear with a mighty, we're going to hit the Bugbear with a Tanglefoot.
Okay. A vine goes flying out of your hands.
I think this is the attack roll one. I probably should make notes by these things, but I don't use them often enough to have it just memorized. Tanglefoot is it's attack. Okay, so Alkur is going to use his spell attack, which does not have a penalty to it because it's wisdom based.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, this is an arcane one. So it's arcane based. Yeah, 18 against
his flat-footed AC is 15.
All right, so he is -10 move speed for 1 round.
All right, he's got this.
Oh, sorry, it's for 2 rounds.
All right, he's got a slight green aura as he's wrapped in the vines. Oh, what the fuck is going on? Shadow, Doom.
Shadow is going to mark. Can he see the guy with the cleaver?
Yeah, the door is in these 2 squares.
Cool.
So
Shadow he's going to mark the guy with the cleaver and Just lay arrows into him.
The Sharpie guy?
The Sharpie guy, yeah. The guy is looking for a Sharpie. So it's, I think am I within 30 feet? 30 feet to his back corner. I'm gonna shoot his butthole from the front.
Mm-hmm.
It's 18, 15, 12, 12. Or mark 18, 15, 12. AC 21.
Missed.
AC 20.
Missed.
Natural 20.
Critical.
23 damage. He gets pinned to something.
Yeah, he's pinned to the dungeon floor. The bugbear goes howling with the stupid tentacle. The bugbear.
There's a lot of them.
Draws his broadsword and takes a swing at Oscar Kreiger. Oscar is one. AC 18.
Oh, no.
And then he's going to 5-foot step back from Kreiger. Bone Crusher.
Bone Crusher?
Yep.
Bone Crusher is going to take his stance and will
Okay, you're now threatened by the ogre. Oh, yeah, you're threatened by the ogre.
and we'll move forward, and that's it.
Okay. Kreiger.
Kreiger is going to rage. Oh, he's already raging, sorry.
Okay, you're threatened by the ogre. He does have a reaction.
Okay, let him take his reaction.
Okay, he's going to take a swing at Kreiger with his big cleaver. Hitting AC 23
Misses.
with a 4. Bunch of sparks.
Kreiger comes in for the attack. AC 33.
Hits, not critical.
Apparently, big dumb guy with the executioner's axe.
And I'm guessing 23 is a miss.
23 is a miss.
Alright.
Yeah, Sharpie missed.
So 25 damage.
Oh!
Okay, not bloodied.
That's fine.
Ptolemy. What's going on in there? Oh, I see. Look out for the bugbear! There's a little fiery bolt in there. Hitting.
You should really teach me that one if I'm going to be this fire.
3d4 plus 4, doing 10 damage to the bugbear. Softening him up. Oscar. So he stood there, he cast a 2-action spell, he'll cast a 3rd action spell, which is raising a shield. Oscar.
Oscar's gonna come join Kreiger in for the stabbing.
Yep, taking advantage of him not having more reactions.
Yep, and we're gonna thrust at him. He is flat-footed unless he has something to prevent being flat-footed.
Thrust, parry, dodge.
Well, a 1 misses.
Yeah, he the cleaver gets in the way. He's just slapping at your attacks with the cleaver.
Sharpie! Sharp!
All right.
All right. He is going to use one of his powers. It's called Sweeping Trip.
Really?
He's going to try to trip 1d2. Oscar?
All right. How the fuck does this work?
is against your reflex DC, or is it your... Yeah, I think it's your reflex DC.
Okay. 28, I believe, is my reflex DC.
Oh, I failed by 1. 27. You kind of...
Somebody gave me the butcher apron.
Yeah, he basically put the thing behind your leg and tried to kind of hook you and put you on the floor. Hey! And then he attacks Kreiger. No, he attacks Oscar in frustration. So this does take the penalty. So 19 becomes 14. AC 19. He kind of gets his cleaver stuck in the wall a little bit and wiggles it out. And then he'll take a smack at Kreiger.
Alright, so we both had a couple of bad moments there. Let's start again.
AC 25 against Kreiger.
That hits.
Ooh.
That hits Kreiger?
D10.
I guess that
25,
almost
yeah.
hits Oscar, so yeah.
For 15 damage from the cleaver.
Okay, so we're down to 5 after 10 hit points.
Darian.
Darian. Come.
It's like it was refreshed.
Sharpie going to slice you up. Sharpie make nice meat out of you.
Okay, he will
It
take
was
it.
so Sharpie to go see the peep show.
He can AO you here if you went through Crusher's Square to the north because of the cover. You can,
Yeah, I'll do
Okay.
that instead. I
Alright.
Yeah. He is going to smite the bugbear.
Okay.
Yeah, and
The
attack.
the bugbear is evil. I don't know if that matters.
It does, yes. It's got to be.
Really? Because when I read it, it was just you do damage. You do
Well,
good
you
damage.
do good damage, yeah. So 25?
25 is a hit.
25?
Yep.
So I think like certain creatures are immune to good damage, but neutral creatures and humans and stuff, you can smote Mother Teresa.
For 20 damage.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. 24 damage.
24 is enough to drop him, so the smite channels energy into him and kills the bugbear. Alkur. Whatever's making the noise in there doesn't sound very good, Alkur. You can't see it. The wall in the way. Ptolemy's look at his face is like, whatever it is pretty big and scary.
You brought lots of little meatlets.
Don't get hurt too much, but I can heal you from here. He'll raise a shield, and he's done his 2 actions.
Shadow and Doom.
Shadow's just gonna put arrows into this thing.
In a very discriminate fashion, firing arrows from his bow.
18, 15, 12, 12.
Is he trying out his new arrow?
Let's use the new arrow.
Okay.
Hopefully it doesn't get destroyed.
Right.
Okay. AC 23 on the first arrow.
Okay. Does AC is that's the with the new one?
Yeah.
Does AC 25 hit Shadow?
I think so. AC 25 is his AC.
Okay, so the arrow fires and dimensionally appears behind him and strikes him in his own back. Roll damage.
You went to Alright, highlight this clip and send it to Ahmed. I take responsibility for this. 11.
11 damage. Oh, fuck.
Does it still exist or is it gone now?
No, the arrow is still there.
You will attempt to fire and not that arrow.
Okay, well, it's sticking out of your back, so it's easy to pick the other ones.
We just curse our archer. Well, let's be fair. He cursed himself. But I feel a little bad. Alright. I'm a little shook. Natural 1.
Okay, he misses the ogre.
AC 24.
Misses by 1.
AC 20.
Okay, so Shadow's just growling in annoyance. The bugbear is dead.
What trolly ass mage? Cursed arrow of.
That's kind of funny.
It's like the arrow of punishment. No, Asha. Fire this one.
It was the gift from the air temple to the earth temple.
Yep. It was. Fuck you, arrow. We should. Okay, once we're done jerking around here, we need to go wipe, like, just we'll shit in their beds too or something.
Alright, Bone Crusher.
Bone Crusher is going to step.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
So
this is around cover, though. You're fighting kind of around the corner.
Okay. Actually, he will. Does not have 60 damage. He's going to step and then flurry.
Okay, it would be AC. Is it 2 for cover when you take it? 1 not when not.
There's minor cover, normal cover, major cover.
Okay, so you're trying to hit AC 26.
Okay. AC 33.
Yeah. Punches the creature in the knee.
8 damage.
8 damage. Every little bit it counts. 8 is 56. He's still not bloodied.
Don't worry, it's Kreiger's turn.
Kreiger.
Kreiger is going to attack and hopefully kill. $26.
Hits.
26.
Hits.
And 19 is a miss. So.
So you kind of battering ram the hammer into his chest and then bring it down hard on his knee.
49 damage.
90, 105. Well, you definitely bloodied him, and he stumbles backwards, but still standing. Ptolemy.
How you doing, baddie?
What can Ptolemy
Pops
do?
his head around the corner and pitches a firebolt.
I think that is what he do. He already used a 3rd level spell today. I don't think I'm going to use that. I think this is pretty much in hand. Yeah, he pops a firebolt. Rolls a 14 and adds 15, 29 hits. 3d4 plus 4 fire damage for 12 damage. Creature's teetering. Oscar?
Alright, Oscar, don't fuck up. Sorry, that's not a plus 26, that's plus 16.
Alright. 29 is still hit, though.
So...
Oscar sees an opening. His rapier comes in, or his dagger, or whatever he's using.
Rapier for the first attack. 17 damage.
That brings the creature low. You manage to hook behind his legs, kind of pierce the rapier right through his Achilles tendon, which then causes him to go down onto one knee, and then he's right at dwarf height, and you stab your rapier into his neck. He falls backwards, dropping this ridiculous meat cleaver onto the ground.
Alright. We're gonna take his meat cleaver. We're gonna just pop that in the bag, because that thing is likely magical.
Okay.
Is it like it is of quality that can accept magic?
Yep. It's a bit crude. It's a bit crude in its construction, but it does have signs of runes.
Alright, then we're gonna pop that thing in the bag. So
You find a dirty jail cell by the footprints. It's like a lot of traffic comes through here, like prisoners in and out, in and out. It has not been cleaned in probably 100 years.
that's a lot of years.
Yeah, it's pretty gross in here. Everything is just filthy.
They live like animals. They live like college students.
You find a ring of keys that was on the bugbear jailer, whereas the other jailer is just, you don't know what purpose aside from being a big scary guard he served. Some of the cells are empty, but there is a crumpled heap in one of the cells. Long hair, horrible wounds along the fingers, like the fingers have been opened like banana peels.
That kind of happened when I cut my thumb really bad. When I bent it, it kind of, the skin of the thumb went like this. Like this, it went like that.
I'm just gonna
wink at me.
I'm gonna pilfer from the sandbox, and there's a wizard.
Hey, Mark. There's a gimpy wizard in here.
Just in case, I'm gonna make another cleric.
We can use another cleric. One that is. Is there a domain that makes you immune to fungus infections?
Mark made a bunch of backup characters, and I'm slowly introducing them. Of course, they're being sent away in wagons and stuff, but
That's fine. They can come back when they've regained their strength and they feel obligated to help because they're of heroic stock.
Lazarus Payne. Lazarus.
They don't all have to be good.
That's not true. That's impossible.
Hey, one of the cells. There's crumpled and unconscious heap.
Oh, I think the new Star Wars movie's gonna blow. Anyways.
Yeah, I won't be in a rush to see it.
Might be the first one on Netflix, as opposed to go see it in the theater.
I didn't see Solo either in the theater.
No, I didn't see that one in the theater either.
I want to say I did, but actually no, I did. I saw that one in the theater.
It wasn't very good either. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good.
No, it was all right. It was for.
Have you tried to watch it again?
Yeah,
It's
probably not.
super fucking hard to watch again. Like, I watched it on an airplane, and then I tried to watch it on Netflix, and I was like, I couldn't. I was like, Woody Harrelson died. I'm like, I can't. It's just, no, because the movie hasn't even started yet. I'm 40 minutes in, and I'm bored.
Okay.
All right, we drag his ass out of there.
Oh, they did a number on his fingers. They also put something through his tongue. You can see that his tongue has been pulled out of his mouth, and a spike has been placed through it.
Stuff.
Medical checks to make him not so deformed.
Yeah, you can undo some of the. You could medical check for his hands, and then a medical check for his tongue.
All right.
While he's unconscious, that's probably the time to do it.
Yep. We're just gonna relocate this. 20 for the tongue, and 26 for the hands.
Okay, the tongue. That's a little. It's a little iffy, and the spike actually might have magic on it.
Disable device?
The way he's able to. Wow, it's easier. Just cut the tongue off.
Oh, I'm a winner!
The 20 does not remove. You have a decision. You could do damage to the tongue and remove it, or you can leave it.
We'll leave it.
Okay. You're pretty sure that magic has been placed upon this to keep the spike there. You might have to dispel it, or even get Oscar to try to coax the magic out.
Although, to be fair, I would rather, when our first discussion with this guy when he wakes up, for him not to be able to explode us with his mind. So, yeah, we'll deal with it later. But we're gonna.
Yeah, you patch up his hands quite nicely. He's wearing gloves now that you've bandaged them all up, put cream on them, and like he's got big, like mitten hands, kind of thing, as trying to dress the wounds.
All right.
He still isn't awake. He's still pretty mistreated, physical wounds and then conditions.
Okay. Well, give him a little bit of food, a little bit of water. Like, make certain that he's got something in the system.
Yep. Water. He's not going to eat unconscious.
Well, I can't baby bird him right now. I've got a fungal infection.
But just pour some from the water skin. You don't have to.
We'll mix a little bit of hardtack. We'll grind it into some water to make a really,
Paste
really,
and-
really runny paste, and
Yeah.
sort of pour it down his pour it down him.
All right. So a few minutes go by while you're tending to him.
Yep. Right.
We're just going to leave him here, or are we taking him with us?
No, we're taking him with us.
That's what we have Kreiger here for.
Oh, all right, fine.
Carry
Guess I wouldn't want to get left here either.
to carry wizards around. Does that mean Teen Weenie has a chance of growing?
Yes, although he has a very dour expression, even in unconsciousness.
Hey, just because you're angry doesn't mean you're not a weenie. Picks him up.
We have a lawful good weenie, we got a true neutral weenie, and we got ourselves an evil weenie.
We could go see what happens to him when we bring him closer to those runes.
Well, if he explodes, it's his own fault.
I don't know if I appreciate this sort of justice you're talking about.
Not justice, karma.
Well, maybe he's got a story or something.
I mean, enemy of my enemy is...
Let's get him healed up, give him a chance to talk. I mean, once we get that thing out of his face.
Although on the other side, they did have, like, guards who fucked up in prison cells in the other room.
Yeah.
He
Well-
just kind of smelled like a prick, I don't know.
Okay, there's an empty chamber off to one side, and then there is a doorway with a slender staircase that descends.
There we go. So, what are we doing with him? We taking him down the stairs, or are we checking out the misty room?
I'd rather just leave him here and we'll come get him on the way back.
Could we make him snuggle with the...
Hey,
The
we
ogre?
can put him in our bag.
He won't be able to breathe in there.
Oh,
You still need to breathe.
Just get him to snuggle with the ogre. No one will touch him.
sure. He puts him like under the ogre's arm.
The dead ogre and the major spooning. There we go. If I found him like that, I wouldn't mess with him. Oh wait. Can someone help me get this bug?
What are you trying to do with the
what-
bug?
We'll make an evil sandwich for him to wake up in.
My lord.
I got it. There we go.
Very
Don't
good,
hurt
my lord.
yourself.
No, it's quite all right. It'll be funny. See, now he's got someone to spoon. You're the little spoon. You're the middle spoon, and you're the big spoon. Ptolemy smiles. Ptolemy's going a little nuts.
Yep. Don't worry, it's his temple. He could make people spoon if he wants to make people spoon. Don't worry, we've rescued
No
you.
one's going to mess with that weenie.
Well, let's
I'm
hope
too
not.
tired to argue with that.
I'll let you guys explain what happened to Drake. Sorry, I just need to take a quick bio break and grab a pop.
All right.
So what you missed, Drake?
Yeah, it was interesting.
There was the paladin love story of staring awkwardly at each other in armor, then trying to hug, and then the armor goes cling, and then you're like, yes, that is how paladins are born.
and there was the demon, or the devil who knew us all.
Yes. So yeah, we bought some stuff. We went to talk to Madame Fortuna. We were told to fuck off. She's sleeping. So we did. We ended up not going back. We ended up. There was a strength competition that Kreiger won. As well, there was an eating competition that Alkur made a friend at because he caught one of the trolls cheating because the troll cut open his stomach and was just letting the food sort of roll out under the table.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did we do? Did we do anything at the bar? Yeah, the bar was where we met the devil. The devil who recognized everyone and was like, "There's celebrities here. Look at my horns. I am a devil. Everybody here wears masks except me because I'm a devil freakazoid. Just look at me being a devil."
And started calling us by name.
Yeah, like it was like he read our playing cards. Like he had the bio, and he was talking about like our stats and stuff. Like, oh yeah, you want to slap the silver dragon. So that was interesting, and we traded information with him. He was a horned devil who was using the sanctuary aspect of the circus. Then we went to the familiar guy who was able to turn Squish into a homunculus for Ptolemy. So Ptolemy now has a Squish.
Yeah. A flying squish.
A flying Squish. Yeah, a Squish. Squish. So Squish is now part of Ptolemy.
There he is.
Yeah.
Here's Squish.
Yes. Then we went and talked to the Sphinx, and apparently Alkur has spoken with the Sphinx in the past, and the Sphinx is basically having an issue with old age, and Alkur did cast a spell to help him out with that, and the Sphinx was like, gave a bunch of information, and then it was like, oh yeah, you gave me this. It's the key to anything. Once a year, open a thing. Just open a thing.
Or anything.
So
A binding, a door.
I want to save it for to open the gate to the place called the fuck out of this place. Get everybody together in a big line. Use the key to open the gate to out of this plane into something nicer. So yeah, bunch of crazy crap happened. The paladin talked to the lady paladin. Talking to the lady paladin cost the gold chit, where they were apparently past lovers of some variety, and Darian is awkward as it's funny.
And I got the retaliation stone
Yes.
from her because I apparently left it with her for safekeeping.
She reminds me a little bit of like the the Twilight vampires. Don't look at my ugliness. Oh, and it's like I'm so twisted on the outside. I'm cursed, and it's you got your skin is shiny. Oh, I'm hideous. You've got shiny skin. she's cursed by this.
You shouldn't have to
unbound-
look at me when I'm like this. It's like, no, really, it's fine.
It's fine. She's got the twisting, which apparently manifests as like a couple of silver highlights on the side of the face. So it's really not too bad. I mean, when you're like, oh, she's holding off the cancer of ages. It's like, well, or she's got it under wraps.
Maybe she was just hiding it really well.
Oh, maybe that was all the sound of like.
The weird sounds you heard before that.
Yeah. Oh, we met an Ilfit at the freak show. And it scared Ptolemy.
Yes.
Now they've snuck back into the dungeon. They sent off the prisoners on the wagon. They were snuck around like sneak thieves, and they're wandering around in level 2 right now, exploring a little bit.
We are basically killing anything that remains in the dungeon. Anybody who's too stupid not to go to the pumpkin seed.
They're fair game.
And you found a few.
And the thing is, when they come back and like, who killed these guys? And they're like, I don't know. And fucking, they talk shit. They're supposed to be the pumpkin seed. I thought that was the rule.
And we're the ones who can be like, we got the worst of it. Look at all these dead bodies.
The Steerbeard was funny. Steerbeard was a sticky note that I added. I'm like, yeah. I wrote down a couple of notes, and then while having an adult beverage yesterday, was typing on my phone and adding like 3 paragraphs of his ranting. I don't normally script them, but I was like, this is too good.
The AWOL bearded devil who's like, fuck it, I quit. It made me march too long.
Right.
The devil can only march so long before he says, enough of this bullshit. What with the boob tubes and the sales and the free deal now.
I went on a little bit of rant about television. That was funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really like the hell that we've created in our games.
We've crafted a very fun form of hell.
Yeah.
Because it's functional in terms of, like, you can adventure there. Right? It's not like a Dante's Inferno kind of, like, infinite torment and pain and horrible, and it doesn't even just fuck you.
Well, those places exist.
Right, but it can't all be that, otherwise you can't adventure there. Because you have to be 18th level to be like, nah, fuck you, Pit Fiend.
Alright, you found a staircase that descends down to level 3.
So we placed Lazarus, the mage that we have rescued, in the loving embrace of the dead jailers. Because, see, Oscar did this at one point a long time ago, but he did it with people who were alive, and it was to make them not freeze in the night.
Right.
Hopefully we get back before he wakes up. Alright, I think we're going to sneak down the stairs just to see what we have down here, to see if it's just like a cellar or if it actually goes to level 3.
Look at you guys being brave. Brave.
If we can't go to level 3 when there's nobody in the damn dungeon, but we can't go to level 3 when they're here.
Okay, the stairs do descend a considerable amount of way. Given that you've already passed from level 1 to 2, you believe that this is deep enough to go to 3. And there's a single door with a lock on it at the bottom of the steps. And I can move your tokens there if you're all going to linger on the stairwell.
Sure. Do I detect any traps on the door? And is this stairwell used?
The stairwell is used, and there were a lot of boot prints coming down this far, both medium and large size creatures tracking mud and dirt. There is no trap on the door, but there is a key, and your Earth Temple keyring, after some attempts, does not unlock this door.
So the jailer's keyring doesn't have it either. So we're gonna unlock the door.
Okay. Thievery.
23.
That is not good enough. Does that burn through picks, or does that only happen
It has to
when
be
you
a
fail?
critical fail, and
Okay.
I'm using a skeleton key, so it's...
Okay. Oh, the skeleton key just bypasses that, or has
No,
has
it just
uses, or-
behaves differently.
Okay.
When a skeleton key, when it doesn't break when you do it, it just turns into a regular set of... It loses a bonus.
Yeah, this is a master lock.
So DC is...
30.
Okay, so...
There we go.
I got it. It's moving. I don't know how many tumblers it has.
That's good enough. I don't want to spend 14 hours of us rolling d20s to see if you can open a door. I'm done with that. Oh, I'm so over that. All right. You pop your head in. There is a
Level
three.
3 doesn't appear in my listing.
Oh, I need to make it player visible. That's why. Player visible. Tools. Enforce players there. Center player's current view. There is by the smell and look of it, a alchemical storage area of some sort, and then there's a bending hallway with several ways of egress. The tracks come from the west.
Well, let's take a quick peek at that storage area to see if they have a bunch of oil.
And it is pretty quiet in here. Alkur has a flashback that he's been in this room before, and he has mixed and made things in this room, although he can't remember what. But whatever it was, you had this devious feeling about you. Like you were really going to show them.
Do I know who them was?
Nope.
Okay.
The alchemical storage. 3.
Does it have any oil?
Yeah, no. Oh, you guys
I
want
think
to...
we're just going to try to burn the orchard down.
I think that's our best bet.
Yeah, this place for churning out potions, poisons, and alchemical experimentation. Nope, wrong one. This is more like storage. Bottles, flasks, alembics, retorts, and other paraphernalia typically belonging to a wizard or an alchemist. On the floor are more mundane items, a large box of chalk, sacks of charcoal, jugs of turpentine, and fuel oil.
Hey, buddy.
Candles of various colors.
Turpentine and fuel oil, those both burn good.
Sufficient material seems to be within to stock a small shop or supply a magic user or two.
Alright, so we
It's actually more storage than creating.
fuel oil and turpentine.
Say you've found 6 jugs of fuel oil and 6 jugs of turpentine, like big moonshine, like jugs.
That'll satiate a firebug for at least a little while. There, this'll burn your shit down. We'll put that in the exponential space,
Okay.
and we'll go follow the boot prints. Where the heck?
Okay, most of the boot prints go to the where are they? Go to the left. Although Alkur thinks he's been to the room to the north.
Let's go north, Oscar. Ooh, that looks evil as shit.
The circular room, this is the place for alchemical experimentation. The walls and floors are covered with graven symbols, glyphs, indicating the elements, metals, and other stuff of alchemy. This is where you find the flasks, retorts, crucibles, several braziers. Beakers and flasks here are filled with odd substances. It looks like the runes are magical by their glow. There are strange... there are tools here to even grind metal into powder.
So is this supposed to be fire, water, earth, air?
Yep. And it looks like somebody's been hard at work grinding various forms of precious metals into dust.
Be back soon, sweeties. Alright, we're...
Alkur, you were wearing fancy robes in this room.
Fancier than a like big blingin' pimp cloak.
Yep. Then the big fiery cloak. Yep.
Yep.
You were wearing very fancy black robes, and you remember spending a significant amount of time in this room. Alkur automatically knows that these magical glyphs can help in the crafting of items whose powers are associated with the elements.
Magic of this room is most useful. It is not
For you.
inherently evil, as far as I can remember.
Well, that's right, Squish. Alkur is a crafter of sorts. And who said for you?
That was
Darian? Squire, his usefulness is... It benefits us all the time. You're wearing magic items that he's crafted.
Fair enough. I apologize, Alkur. You are useful.
Much better. Okay, there's a twisting...
Alright. Don't worry, we're all useful. Except for Shadow.
Fuck you.
What do you mean? You find us enemies we didn't know we had.
All right, most of the tracks head south. The northern hallway at this intersection leads to a door. There is some movement in that room, like you heard a couple of beakers or bottles kind of jingle, and a scrape along the floor. Not too much foot traffic. In fact, signs of dust leading to the west, and the majority of the foot traffic from this level came from south.
So there's sound from the north door?
Yep. Like something rustling around.
Sneak up on the door.
You could hear something big and odd breathing.
Is there a keyhole or something that peeks around?
Yeah, give me a perception check to see if you could see.
Because if you're just like another Odiak, then I'll just leave you in a room. You're obviously not personable enough to bring to the party. 30?
Hey, Oscar can peek in. It is a monstrosity, almost too hard to describe. It is like some sort of triangular or conical rocky being with a single red eye, a huge mouth full of teeth, and strange tentacles coming out of the sides.
Please, God, Oscar, make your knowledge check. Please, please, God. Please, sweet and sour baby Jesus.
Sweet and sour. Okay.
uh, uh, occultism?
Yeah, I think so.
Please know what that is. I don't want to go in the room. Fuck.
That's a big monster.
14.
It seems to be like half dozing. Its eye is sort of lazily closing. Every once in a while, one of its tentacles twitches and kind of like bumps the table, and that's probably the sound that you heard.
There's a big thing in there. I think it's sleeping. How bad could it be?
Let's go.
I think we're gonna try to kill it because I failed the fucking my skill check. I don't know what it is.
I want to see what this thing's powers are in this system. So you just Leroy Jenkins into the room, or what are you doing?
How do we like? So what's that thing between us and it?
It looks it.
Oh yeah, shit. So Oscar actually went into the room and snuck to here and was peeking.
Okay. I think we're gonna try to.
And you see a workshop. Like, this is not only an alchemy lab, but this is a place where Alkur could and probably has transferred runes around and crafted items and many workbenches, beakers, bottles, small furnace, cupboards. And then there's this horrible thing that's...
It ain't so tough. How bad could it be?
See, he snuck back and you're telling them what you saw.
Yep. I think we're gonna try to sneak up on it while it's sleeping.
All right. Well, let's have a little nap. Its perception is 21.
Plus 21 or
Plus 21.
Oh,
Really?
well, these things used to be like CR 12s or something, CR 10s. But they were like the bullshit CR 10s, the ones that like, you're a wizard, you die in one round.
Oh yeah.
You're a rogue, you also die in one round.
It's the extraordinary, which I'm pretty sure was a typo, but it was the extraordinary strength drain.
Yes.
Can't. All right. Oh, it needs to roll initiative. For some reason, I think it's a 9.
See, if we end up, like, because we don't know what the risk is, but if we end up getting ourselves, like, drained to shit, we don't have, like, a chance to...
Bone Crusher.
We just don't know though.
Bone Crusher's gonna move to the corner, put up his stance.
It wakes up because Bone Crusher's not really quiet. Kind of went over and went into his power stance.
What part of sneak up on it when it was sleeping did you not understand?
Oh, gross. Its strand has a reach of 50 feet. One of the, like, a new strand comes out of the side and starts flipping around and goes to attack Crusher. AC 28.
Crusher's AC is this ranged?
This is a no. It's melee. It's still attached.
Okay. So his mountain stance is AC 29, but he's got one clumsy.
Yep, 28, and then he's
28.
probably got cover from this wall.
Yep.
So 29, it misses. It has a flurry of strands. One action. A roper makes a strand strike with each of its strands.
Sounds like a flourish attack, I would hope.
Yep. So yeah, it's going to continue the attack. The multi-penalty applies. It doesn't look like this is... So AC 28 misses a crusher. AC 19, and that's the lowest it can go, right?
Yep.
Okay, so it has 6 strands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. AC 29, AC 31.
Well, he's AC 28 plus whatever the cover is.
So that last one hits.
But tentacles.
Can't hit shit. Ah! Now what does it do?
Mm-hmm. Any creature hit by a roper strand is enfeebled 1 and grabbed.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay, so he's enfeebled. Now, enfeebled usually goes away, I think, at 1 per round, or is it 1 per day? Okay, so he's now enfeebled 2.
Okay.
Because he was enfeebled 1 to start with.
And one of the sticky strands coming from the creature has extended fully and is wrapped around Crusher. That's it. Oh, no, wait. Flurry of Strands is a single action. No, it used other reactions to get its strands out. It kind of like... Its strands were all kind of short, and then it opened up these orifices along the side, and they came out. He has to spend actions on that. Shadow and Doom.
Can you see it from here?
Yep.
Okay.
I think it's got cover because of that, but
He will mark it and take a couple of shots.
okay.
Next round, we'll see. We don't know how hard it is to hit, but I'm assuming it's a problem. AC 27.
Misses or clicks off of its stony hide.
AC 28.
You thought might have hit something soft, but nope, that was a hard part. That bear also bounces off of it, the side of its head, which is also its body.
28 didn't hit.
Darian.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's fucking ugly.
Says Shadow.
Alright, Darian.
It's got me.
This is Bone Crusher.
This way.
6 enfeebles around is a problem.
Yeah.
Like, at least you get your AC against it now, I guess would be because those used to be touch attacks.
Yeah, it used to be touched, and that was fucking brutal. 3.
I mean, there's only so much fixing they would do against the TPK machine. Cause
Yeah. That's it. 3 moves.
Okay. It has available strands. And...
Oh, sorry, that's 2 moves. That's 2 moves, and I'm going to cast Smite on it.
All right.
Use a Smite on it.
Before you get to that area, it does have a reaction. It's called Reactive Lash. So one of its strands will move out towards you if you continue moving past, like, this square.
Yeah, he's gonna keep moving.
Okay. One of its tentacles comes lashing out towards you. AC 27.
Misses.
Okay.
Oh wait, let me double check that. No. Pretty sure it misses. Yeah, it misses.
It kind of slimed the front of your armor and didn't hit you. All right. Well, it's eaten its reaction. Oscar.
Oh, Oscar's going to use this opportunity. To go stab it.
It's talking.
It doesn't like you, Oscar. Don't worry.
34?
I like you.
There's a 34 hit it.
34 hits. You jam your rapier into it.
16 damage.
Let's see. It doesn't have any resistances. Nothing really that applies. Okay, 16 damage. It's leaking. It's the best way to describe it.
It bleeds.
Its tentacles are angrily flashing around you, though. Kreiger.
Kreiger is going to rage. That's
Big eye looking around.
He's gonna rage and sudden charge.
Sudden charge. Okay.
That gets him.
It's weird eel-like mouth. Just rows and rows of teeth.
Can you get that? Can you get the? I'm just gonna see if I can get there the other way, and flank with Oscar. Yeah, I think he can. He's gonna flank with Oscar.
Kreiger comes dashing into the room, rolls underneath the tentacles, kind of pushes Darian out of the way to scramble at the monster.
This is how it's done. 23.
Okay, tentacle. You actually are like fighting as it tried to grab your hammer out of your hands. And you're like, ah! You pull your hammer back. Alkur.
This fight will be over by the time Alkur's gonna hide back here. He's gonna just try to get wants cover, but don't move.
Okay. You are now threatened by its tentacles.
Yep.
That's it? Just double move? Okay.
I've only got 2 actions.
All right. Ptolemy. Well, I think Ptolemy...
You ran too far ahead, Kreiger. Bad Kreiger. What? Oh.
It was sleeping.
It's beautiful.
Now is not the time to be having those thoughts.
Ptolemy's going to go to here. He peeks around the corner at it, and he double moves, and he's going to take cover from that corner. Bone Crusher.
Okay, well, this grapple thing, how does grapple work when he's grappled at range? Usually you get, like, you used to get moved beside the creature if you got grappled.
Yep. He is currently grabbed.
So, is he immobilized anyway? You're flat-footed and immobilized. Does it seriously immobilize you at the distance you were at?
Can you give me a second?
Or is it like
Pull the strings.
yo-yo you in?
I think you can. I think basically at this point in time he can only move without checks. He can move closer, but he can't move farther away.
Okay. He's gonna move closer. And punch it twice.
Yep, it already took its reaction. Yeah, against Darian. Okay.
Does it have anything that prevents it from being flat-footed or flanked?
Nope.
Alright, so plus 14 with the 2 enfeeble. AC 23. And then plus 9. AC 18 against its flat-footed AC.
Yeah, it's like punching a spiky rock wall. The roper. All right. He gets excited when when Crusher's closer. It's gonna try to bite Crusher.
Oh.
Its teeth are horrible.
I think Crusher should have picked a slightly different position.
Yeah, because
AC 26 rolls a 3.
That misses.
And then there's going to be a sticky strand against Kreiger. 21. No. 23 minus 5, 18. AC 21.
That hits. Oh, no, sorry, that misses.
Okay. There's a sticky strand against Oscar. Nat 1. Sticky strand against Darian. AC 15. Man, how many were those? Bite, strand, strand, strand. It's got one strand that's all around Crusher, and then yeah, it's going to attack 1, 2, 3. No, it's going to try to attack Crusher with the last strand. 31. Okay, there are 2 strands wrapped around Crusher. He gains another enfeebled.
Yeah, so he's not doing any damage, right?
He tried to with the jaws.
Yeah.
It's just conditions to doom.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so he bit. He did his flurry of strands. And I think the 2 strands that are around Crusher right now retract so that Crusher can't get, without checks, further than 5 feet away from the creature. They kind of reel in. There's no more slack. Shadow and Doom. Doom has run to, I guess, protect Alkur, just growling.
Shadow is going to step out so that there's no more cover, which might be a problem. Then he's going to start shooting at the thing.
Okay.
I have no idea how it's... We don't know how its AOs work, so...
Yeah, it has a...
I don't know if it's triggered by a ranged attack.
creature within the area... Nope, the step is fine, and so are the attacks with the...
AC 35.
That's a hit.
AC 18.
Missed.
AC 19.
Missed.
11 damage. Unless this thing's an animal.
No, it is not an animal. If it was, it is no longer. Doom is just growling, which brings us to Darian.
I guess he's got to move around.
You
Sorry,
could
dude.
you could 5 a step in that little area if you wanted.
Yeah, he'll step there, I guess.
Okay, you avoid an AOO that way.
Yeah. And he attacked my allies, so I don't have to reinstitute the smite.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't realize that was part of the deal.
That's part of the deal, yeah. If he keeps attacking me, then I have to keep using an action. But if he attacks my allies, then it's like, oh, it lasts until the end of my next turn.
It makes it helps not make paladins way overpowered in dueling.
Yeah. 20 plus. Oh,
But I am my own best friend.
AC 29.
29 is its AC without cover.
All right.
The flaming sword. It has weakness 10 to fire. So add 10 to the d6 from the flaming blade.
Okay, plus
12 plus 1d6 plus 10 plus 6. Something like that.
3d6 plus 4 plus
You dual wielding it?
no, with a shield.
Oh, you're doing it with it. Oh, the shield. Okay, so then it's 3d8.
Yeah,
Yeah, 3d8 plus 1d6 plus 10 plus 6.
plus 4.
You don't have specialization?
No, that's specialization. It's plus 4 from the good damage. Or is this thing evil?
This thing is
Or,
definitely evil.
or does it take good damage, I guess is the
It
question.
takes good damage, yeah.
Yeah, it is very evil.
And unless something has resistance good, they take good damage.
And it's vulnerability 10? Sorry?
Yep.
Yeah, it's weakness fire 10. So anytime you hit it with fire damage, it takes 10 extra damage.
Oh, it's not going to like this.
No, it's not. 31
unless
damage.
I roll like shit.
Well, it's
31
still,
damage.
31
still.
damage is still significant.
And we're going to raise the shield.
It's got little tiny legs, like little tiny fillet kind of along its feet. It's sort of pivoting to face Darian with the flaming blade. Its eye just full of hate. Oscar.
Well,
Doesn't look like the thing could move very quickly. Like,
we could probably run away from it, except for the fact that it's got goopy tentacles all over the place.
it's so horrid.
Does it want to make you tingly too?
Yes, it does. It's speaking Aklo.
Tell it it's being a bad monster.
Bad puppy.
In Aklo. It is considered flat-footed. Does not matter when you roll crap.
Yeah, you duck a couple of tentacles. You're now obstacle coursing around tentacles instead of hitting it. Yeah. That gets close, but it's pivoting and the soft spots are changing. Kreiger.
Kreiger is he's just going to wail on this thing. Come on, roll well. 30 hits.
Hits. Hammer crunches in.
Come on. Nope.
We are at 11:22.
11. And not a 20, so
Okay.
one hit.
Oh, the daylight savings time just triggered.
Yes!
31 damage.
31 damage. 89 damage. It is now bloodied. Nope, I lied.
Shit.
Wham! Yes, you've been a bad puppy!
You're a bad puppy.
Alkur.
Well, Alkur isn't the head of the fire temple for nothing.
Yeah, you saw it burn badly. The sword kind of.
Warrior burned badly. I've got a flaming sphere heightened in my repertoire.
Sweet.
Now I don't even know if I can cast it with my slow condition because I think it might just be a 3-action cast. Which is dumb.
Doesn't your robe help you with that?
No, that helps me concentrate. Like I have to get it out first. Give me a second. Flaming 2-action cast. All right. So flaming sphere, and just right in its square. Screw you.
Now it gets a reflex save, or do you get it? You have to attack.
It's reflex save.
Okay. D20 plus 15. 31.
31 is a make it.
Okay, a
So-
couple of its tentacles push down and moves its body weight up, and it kind of latches onto the side of a table next to it.
Alright, so this one, it's a second circle spell. I've heightened it to third, making it a 4d6. Now, it's a basic save, but... Oh, creatures that succeeded their save take no damage instead of half. Well, fuck off. Okay, so, no, nothing.
Okay.
The spell won't do anything. Alright, that's fine.
Ptolemy from cover is going to cast haste on somebody who wants it.
Uh,
I think we wanted Well, it's probably going to focus on Darian, so he might not be the best guy to whack it next round.
no, probably not.
So I'm thinking it's a Kreiger or an Oscar situation.
Okay. Yeah. Ptolemy is going to use the cover of the side of the wall to lean over and cast haste on Kreiger. Kreiger! Go Kreiger speed! A bunch of quicksilvery magic flows around you. You know what time it is now. So 5-foot step and a 2-action cast brings us to Bone Crusher. Then it's the Roper.
Okay, the Bone Crusher is going to attempt to punch it.
Okay.
He's enfeebled 3 right now. So attempt is the key word. Oh, AC 31.
Yeah, he cracks it near its eye socket.
AC 26 against its flat-footed AC.
27 is what its flat-footed AC is.
So miss. And then AC 19
Yes.
to 2d8 plus 4 damage. No, it's 1 less than that. 13 damage.
13 is 90, 102. It's still not bloodied. The Roper. Wow. Look at the Firecasters. We can't do that. Can't let that happen. Alright, it's going to use a flurry of strands. Well, first, actually, it's going to free action let go of Bone Crusher. With both of the
enfeebled state, or is it?
Nope. The enfeebled value decreases by 1 every 8 hours.
Alright.
And then the 6 sticky strands are attacking Darian.
And this is still considered melee attacks.
Yep.
All 6 are attacking me?
Yeah, you're waving a fiery magical sword in its face and hurt it badly. Oh, why did that not? That's a valid thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be preparing another flaming sphere for a while, because the reflex negates.
Okay, AC 25 is a miss.
Yep.
AC 1834 is a hit.
34 hits.
AC missed, AC critical hit, and then the other 2 I believe are misses. I know. Well, 13 and 13.
So 31 and 31.
31 and 31.
Both hits.
Those are all.
Okay, so 4 sticky strands go wrapping around Darian, and you've got
enfeebled 4.
enfeebled 4.
Yeah, we'll see you in a couple days.
Oh.
At least you can't die from enfeebled.
Yay.
Okay, that was a free action, and its flurry of strands. It has 2 more actions, although they're at plus 20, they're plus 13s. It's going to bite Bone Crusher because Bone Crusher is weak. AC 15, and it's going to bite Oscar because the guy's coming out my butthole. AC 30.
That hits.
The horrible eel-like jaws bite Oscar for 28 damage.
I am going to. You can take How much? 10 off that damage?
Okay.
Or is it 9? Hang on. No, 9 off that damage. And I will try to hit it. I'm at -2 because I'm grappled or something?
Yeah.
Plus, so -6 total.
You're grabbed, I believe. Where's it?
No, look it up.
Things are just goofy.
Grapple. Grabbler.
It also looks like you can try to sever the strands. They look like a weak point on the monster.
I think I have to attack the monster.
Yep.
You're held in place. You're flat-footed. I don't.
Okay.
It's just a penalty on AC.
Alright, so -4. 13. AC 30.
You hit it with the flaming sword. Stop screaming, because I think you're blooding it with this attack.
Plus.
We need to go through 2 days of elemental evil dungeon before our paladin's at strength again.
2 plus. And you did attack Crusher, so
You might get
I
level with this
another round
encounter.
of smiting. Plus,
Or my chopped liver.
for 36 damage.
Oh yeah, that hurt.
Did you subtract the enfeebled?
I did subtract the enfeebled.
Okay, that was its retort to hitting Oscar with the bite.
That was.
Yeah, or Darian's retort. Okay, Shadow and Doom.
Just gonna pump some arrows at it.
Hits.
29, AC 35.
Hits.
Not AC 35, AC 32.
Hits.
Natural 1. An AC 25. So 2 hits.
Yep.
21 damage.
That hurt it badly. 159. Arrow sticking out of its backside, showing Oscar where there are soft spots. Darian.
I guess they're gonna try and hit him again. AC 29.
Hits. Just look at the high-pitched scream again as the fiery blade goes into it. There's no stopping the paladin.
I need 20s now to hit, so.
Mm-hmm.
No. Nice rolls, though.
Or you could attack the strands. We don't know what that does.
No.
We don't know if they do. I think if it's like the old one, at the beginning of its turn, it would just shoot out new strands, so attacking them was useless anyway.
Yeah, these are much more attached to the creature, as opposed to the silly string that it used to goo out.
Yeah.
So 30 damage.
Oh, it is. It is rocked by that blast, sticking the furnace of the sword into it, making a horrible noise. I know, it's painful to die, says Ptolemy. Oscar.
Don't empathize with it, admonish it.
I-
It's been a bad boy. Say it, Ptolemy, he's been a bad boy.
Weird clicking. All right, Oscar, your turn.
Fucking bleeding. I'm gonna roll a hero point, because... fuck it, whatever. I'm glad to be part of the team, guys.
Oh, just swinging your blades around, yelling at Ptolemy. Kreiger, you are providing a vital flank, though, at this point in time.
I have a +2 to hit for other guys. That's what I am.
AC 32.
That's a hit.
Plus. Nope. And no.
Kreiger. If you do enough damage, you might be able to put it down.
21.
1 would be 90, 210. It has 5 hit points left. I'm just going to bent over a little bit. Alkur.
Step on, make your reflex save. Let's watch you negate this again.
So you're using your fiery cloak to
It didn't leave the square, so I don't even have to use the cloak. It's just sitting in the fire right now.
I believe every round you want the thing around, you need to do
I thought it said it was just to move it.
Oh,
It
okay.
used to be like that. Here, I will just confirm.
Yep.
But the cloak would be taking the action anyway. Flaming sphere on subsequent rounds. Oh no, you have to sustain the spell, otherwise you have to sustain it, otherwise the duration ends. So if you don't sustain it, dies. So yeah, the cloak will sustain.
Okay. The cloak uses its free action per turn to sustain the fireball or the fire thing, freeing up your actions for other things. It rolls a 30 on its save, so it avoids the fire.
It won't be hanging around that long. It's not a very good spell because I'm going to put other stuff in that fourth circle spell slot that I'm using. Like seriously, I will use the fourth circle slot for something that'll do damage. And I will see, it's my only fire spell. And I believe using wands is the same action as casting the spell.
Yep.
So I don't want the, like, it goes after I do, doesn't it? Or is there Ptolemy before it goes?
Alkur, Ptolemy, Bonecrusher, Roper.
Okay, I'll attempt to acid splash it.
Okay. AC 25. Critical hit.
33, natural 20.
Yes, the ball of acid goes right into its mouth. It has no resistance against acid.
Apparently,
You're getting good at
apparently
that.
I'm an earth priest. Apparently, I'm an earth priest. 1d6 plus 4 and 2 persistent damage. So 9 damage and persistent damage.
Okay, the 9 damage drops it to dying 1.
Oh, sorry, that was supposed to be critted, so
Yeah.
2d6 plus 8. Yeah.
So it's at dying 2. It then falls into the square and can't make reflex saves.
I should have concentrated at the end of my turn instead of the beginning, then
Right.
shouldn't I?
And then the persistent damage happens
On its turn.
on its turn. Okay. Ptolemy, well, at least it stopped making that horrible noise. He steps out. He's going to flaming bolt the thing. Produce fire. Its AC drops by 6 plus the flank. So 27, 21. I think he missed. Bonecrusher.
Is going to try to step on its head.
Right.
I think he successfully steps on its head,
So dying 3
and then we'll step on its head again.
and kills it. There's a brackish flame and a bubbling coming from its insides, a horrible smell issuing forth as the acid is doing its work, and then the flaming sphere is catching the creature on fire. It's now burning like a giant log.
Huh.
The dangerous tentacles all kind of go slack, and they get burned off of the creature. Bonecrusher just goes and sits on a bench. There's little plus signs beside your character's icons.
Yeah, there's a little plus side. A mega buff is to hit is +1 to hit. Our paladin has a -4 to hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like the half healing, this was a very bad debuff.
Yes.
Don't worry. You don't need to look at it, Squish. Tommy's poo-pooing Squish. I'm just going to close the door, though.
Alright. So we killed it.
This crafting room, Alkur is familiar with. He has made things in this room before, he is certain.
Gonna go over to a tool bench and open a drawer and
Yep.
see if he like the hammer should be here.
Yep. Yep. The hammer's in there.
We need to get some rest.
What are these weird doors on the right hand side?
Storage closets? For some reason they're at an angle. I don't know why.
I have a feeling that the person there's a boo boo. I think those are supposed to be up and down.
Yeah. They're pushed in. You know. It looks like some sort of grisly abattoir in here for like dissection, and then there's other
More alchemy
pots and
station.
yeah. There are some things in the room that immediately you recognize as valuables. Let's see what Gary Gygax. Why is that not working tonight?
You're using a apostrophe on the D. I think you Alt D'd or something like that.
Oh.
You French keyboarded the D.
That's why. I thought that was just some dust on the screen, but
Your D has an STD.
there we go. Okay, there is a wand on the table.
Alright. Do you know the levels of the stuff?
No.
I'll just go, I'll make the list at the top then.
Okay. The wand looks kind of blackened at the end. It is made out of a dark wood. 79. There is a bolt case with 10 impressive looking bolts inside. You can easily identify these as climbing bolts.
So it was how many of them?
10.
So they make like ladders or ropes.
I'm
Like a
not.
bolt with a
I'm
rope
not.
at the
I'm not
bottom.
sure, or they might stick in. You find 2 brood moderate serene mutagens and a single roll from the 10th level treasure table because that was a CR10 creature, and it's a permanent item.
Nice.
Got our asses kicked by a 10th level creature.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Ooh. You find a magical staff.
I'll put this under 10th level item.
Yep. Looks like some wizard left his staff behind. Let's see if it has a good description. It is an intricately carved wooden staff that is warm to the touch and thrums with an inner energy.
Maybe it will help me pretend to be a fairy. One of the cheaper staffs back in the day was the Staff of Fire. I have no idea what they are now.
Given that this is a crafting room, you probably find, I would say, a small library of recipes.
Let's take the library of recipes.
Okay. The library of recipes has 1/6, 2/5, 3/4.
So it was 1/6, 2/5.
3/4, 4/3. That's
Okay.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. Are we picking those or is it random?
You can pick them.
Cool. They would pick those.
In fact, Alkur recognizes some of his own handwriting. These are your recipes.
I wonder if I left the rope here. To keep the heathens out of my crafting room.
Bad, bad, bad doggy. That's what Ptolemy says to that thing is not good. That is not a good thing. That thing is
Nope. Fucker bit me. I was just gonna kick it.
It's kind of crunchy. It's on fire, making this horrible brackish smoke. What did you find there?
A book I left behind.
Oh, very interesting. Well, it's actually pretty complicated, Squish. I will explain it later.
Yes. It is complicated. Quite complicated. We did get pretty far in here at one point.
Okay.
We were able to conquer this place to a point where it was stable enough for me to do crafting here. So days or weeks.
So then the question is, what killed you after that?
Let me see this. So he takes the big book of the recipes. I guess he has a book of recipes. He opens it up. It's a bit of dust. Apparently that was a long time ago. Let's see.
A lot of my books have dust on them.
Oh, that's very interesting. You signed your name here. It says High Priest Alkur of the Temple.
Huh. I was wearing a black robe at the time.
Well. Yes, I know. Squish and I think that a black robe would be very fitting for Alkur. A nice juxtaposition of his creamy white skin and blonde hair against the black.
So, how's your fungus going? Don't know. I have had at least 2 lives through here. Found evidence of both of them.
keep an eye out.
Says the shadow.
Heathens, the lot of them.
Doom, you guard the door.
Don't you forget about that asshole. I'm the elf. He was nice. He gave me pets. Give me petted belly.
right, the familiar. just goes and you have to make opposed checks. It's your own animal companion or familiar.
Son of a bitch.
Ptolemy puts Squish on a shelf. I wonder if I wrote any books in here.
Do you have any memories of this place?
Darian's
No.
just gonna have a seat.
Yep. No, I don't remember this part of the temple. It is mine, though. All of it.
Darian. Once I prepare my spells, I should be able to... wait a sec, I do have a scroll.
What am I, chop liver?
Says Bone Crusher.
Well, you are already on the brain juice, so.
The distraction it causes in the mind, I cannot cure. We will need to adapt or expel the fungus.
Should we rest here for a bit? See if this stuff goes away. Just drained my strength. I'm feeling very tired.
Alkur will keep the restoration scroll handy.
Okay.
Takes 1 minute to cast. I don't know. I think scrolls have the same casting time as
Yep.
as the spell that was penned.
Yep.
So it's 1 minute cast, but it'll remove 2 of the condition points. So we can get our paladin back up and running in 16 hours.
How many hours are you spending here?
I don't think we're spending 16.
No, but you don't know at this point in time.
Yeah.
Plus, you have other conditions that might soon be going away.
Yeah. We'll spend an hour, I think.
Okay.
And we have some slaves to divvy for
Well, we got
sacrifices.
slaves to divvy and a pumpkin seed thing to stop
Yeah.
or to just let happen. I mean, they're already in not quite hell, but not quite the abyss, but somewhere in the middle between the two. So, I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? I mean, what's the best that could happen? Right? Let's say we stop the pumpkin seed thing. What's the best possible outcome for these people? Don't think about the other way. Think about what's the best thing they could do.
Okay. It's around at this point in time like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. You guys rest in this room for about an hour. The stupefying, enfeebled, and slow, clumsy conditions on Crusher and Alkur go away. It's been approximately 12 hours since you were forced to drink the juice. However, the enfeebled 2 on Crusher and 4 on the Paladin have not dispersed.
I think we're gonna use the restoration scroll
On Darian?
on the paladin, and that way they get better at a similar rate, depending on which one comes to game next.
How many hero points do you have left?
Me?
Yep, on Darian.
Darian's got 0. I used my hero point.
Okay, I would say I would allow you to reduce a condition by 1 by burning a hero point.
He has none. I gave them both to Kreiger.
Okay, does Crusher have any left?
Pressure has 1.
Given that we're at the end of the session, he'll burn his hero point to reduce his enfeebled by 1 step.
Yep. And we'll burn that restoration scroll.
Okay. On Darian.
Yep. So Crusher is, and I'll put this on his character sheet. So Bone Crusher is enfeebled 1. And Alkur's conditions went away, which means he'll be able to move and cast again.
Yep.
Which will be a good thing. Because stand still and cast, or move and don't cast, is horrible.
Darian, while you were just sort of resting, you had took those 2 gems out in your hand, and you just had them. You could feel the power, like the divine power in these gems. And there's something vaguely familiar about these halls on level 3. You think that there's a test ahead. You think the sword is here.
Ooh.
Not in this room, but somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere close.
Yeah, I hear. Okay. Well, maybe 1 more hour.
All right, I think we need a name for the session.
Oh.
Oh,
Nobody.
this session is hard to describe in a word.
I would call it Nobody Home.
That describes the last half, but the first half, because it was like we put in work this session.
There is some serious stuff that Ahmed needs to watch.
Yeah.
Just be fucking confused. Which would be anyway, so it's fine.
Oh, you read my head tilt.
You're like, yeah. What would you call this?
What was the one moment? I think there were the. This is a 3-word one.
I think it's a 3-word one, and I think one of the words is devil or beards. Something about the bearded devil. Probably something about the paladin lady.
Devils,
And then-
angels, and empty temples.
Like beard, solar, and then beard, solar, wizard, or beard, solar, beard, rope. What's the item that goes with you in tumors? Beards, tumors, and ropes.
Oh, there was the AWOL devil. There was the key from the riddling from the really old Sphinx.
From the Sphinx.
And then
There's the gem from the Solar.
There's
Isolde.
Squish, familiar guy.
yep,
I think-
celebrities.
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 Celebrities might not be bad.
Celebrity.
Yeah. Because. Yeah. So, what does Alkur know? Alkur knows that his faith is apparently weak, or the mind control power of the fungus is strong. Or we conquered the temple but didn't destroy the demon. Right? We could have vanquished, like, one of the things we got really far, oh, it's my temple. Yeah, we destroyed the cults. Did you kill the demon? No, that's still locked up in the basement, but we destroyed the cults. It's all good. The cults are gone. They've stopped all their culting. We're good.
Yeah, and anything that gets drawn there from the evil mind stuff, it's
murder.
like,
Yeah,
it's like, oh, you
wow.
showed up. It's time for initiation. Put on your blindfold. Oscar stab. Drink this.
We just have a big pit. It's the leap of faith. If you
Oh, how many? They're fucking dumb, aren't they?
The ogre pit. Enderman.
Well, that wasn't. They're not smart evil. They're evil stupid.
Evil stupid.
I'm having fun with this campaign. This is hilarious.
Okay, so ropers, feel less TPK than they were before,
Yep.
but they are as a pain in the ass or more in terms of like getting shut down. Like, imagine it turned its tentacles on Alkur. Every single one would hit. Like a plus 13 hits Alkur like 17 out of 20 rolls. Like Alkur's
Oh,
AC.
its teeth are mean. Like some of the monsters, what I figure is they start to double their base dice.
Yes.
Instead of them having magic, they're just the tougher monsters get better attacks,
They just
which I
attack better.
kind of like. Yeah, it wasn't the easiest monster to run, but
It's like the penalty is so high, and the way they changed wands and stuff, it's like you have to like those the restorations or like the use for restoration is this, but holy bejesus, like in one round you can get like 6 enfeebled, which doesn't kill you. You used to like save versus D4
yep.
strength drain or whatever strength damage.
You want to give me a couple of rolls to see if you figure out what those magic items are in that hour or two of
Sure.
yeah. I think Ptolemy takes the lead on these.
Natural
Oh.
20 on the first one, natural 19 on the second one, and 11 on the third.
What was the first one?
Uh,
The wooden wand?
It'll be the one.
It is a wand of lightning bolt.
Cool.
And then the 19, you have a staff of greater abjuration,
Ooh.
which has the following spells. I think they have all the lists. Give me a second. It has shield, alarm, featherfall, dispel magic, endure elements, resist energy, alarm. Oh no, I guess. Why would that be higher? Oh, this has alarm, glyph of warding, dimensional anchor, dispel magic, and resist energy.
Alarm. Glyph of warding. Dispel magic.
Dimensional anchor and resist energy. Some of the spells are duplicated between the different versions, so I guess that means that
You don't use.
yeah, you don't combine them all together. It's weird. They've got alarm as a 3rd level spell. I don't understand. But
I think it's heightened.
okay.
I believe alarm is a heightened spell.
Okay.
So I think that one is like you can do more with alarm when you get the higher.
While wielding the staff, you gain a +2 circumstance bonus to checks to identify abjuration magic. So when you picked up the staff to identify it, you knew what it was easier. That's kind of neat. All right, these are all spells you don't know. I think Stav's morph. The spell gains the appropriate trait for your magic tradition.
So a 3rd circle alarm, you can specify which creatures sound the alarm. For instance, orcs or masked people.
That's super handy.
Mm. So you set your alarm so it doesn't wake up every time a mosquito flies into your camp. The rabbit. Whoop, 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 whoop. Motherfucker.
Fucking rabbits! Fucking possums!
Damn field mice. They're
All right,
everywhere.
and then once you guys get proper rest, 8th level.
Mm-hmm. It'll be a while because we've got a lot of plot points happening in the next few hours.
Yeah, fair enough.
Unless they have a hyperbaric time chamber, whatever the fuck it's called.
You want to stick your characters into a time capsule?
No, we're already in the plains. We have no idea what. In fact, we don't even know. we are so far removed from our characters' original memories that, like we've no idea. We've no idea.
Yep.
We could be a millennia, 2 millennia, 100 millennia, 1,000 millennia after, the original events. There could have been an apocalypse and all the planets that we were all on have collapsed into a star and been exploded out again through another cycle of, like, creation and destruction.
They have said some things like,
Well, there's the war between the devils and the angels, right? Like, or between the devils and the demons.
yeah, the Blood War, but that's been going on.
It goes on forever. They talked about certain gods, right, which helps you sort of nail down timing. And this makes me think that all the places with these five-faced gods and stuff, is that all not the material? Is everywhere that has the five-faced god and all this nonsense, is that all where, like, the gods receding is actually like a readjustment of the planes and the order of the planes? Where, like, the reason why they act differently is because they're not, like, the planes are different. It's not the material. It's just not. It's not the material as the material was. Anyways. Could we try to identify the ring that smells of ozone again?
Oh yeah, you can re-roll on that one. Sure.
Alright. I don't think we get it with a 10. It's 27. I think Ptolemy has a plus 13. So even with an 8, no. Nope. Alright.
Ptolemy has a plus 14 on this roll.
Okay, so that's 24.
Yeah, the aid. Unless you roll like a 20 on your aid, it's not going to work.
Yep. And even if I do roll 20, I don't think I get a plus 3. No, I won't count it. Let's try to identify the weird lens.
That one you do.
We identify the weird lens.
Their eyes of the eagle.
Ooh, what are those doing this?
Page 610. They grant low light vision and a +2 to perception checks that involve sight. It is an item bonus.
So it's low light vision +2 perception. Alright. Low light vision is way less useful in this because dark vision is so powerful. Because dark vision is infinite.
Yep.
+2 perception, on the other hand, is really good for, like, rogues. Like, to spot traps. But it would be good to give one of the humans better senses, I think.
Yeah, it affects your initiative too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the Martyverse. There's rumblings in the Martyverse. We're talking about Faroon again, and we all know bad shit happened to Faroon.
Oh, because I DM'd Forgotten Realms for basically almost 15, a decade at least, and each campaign I messed with the world even more. Yeah, bad things happened to Faerun at the end.
Yeah, a big giant moon came to kill it. This big giant moon from space. That was like the ender of worlds and the destroyer of things, and kind of, it was a lot like the big fungus lady. And her, like, look at me, I'm a comet, and then I turn into another comet, and I go and I crash into things, and be like, oh, look, I fucked it up. I fucked it all up, look at me. When you kill me, I only become stronger, because of fungus. Fuck you.
I fuck all the things. Yep.
It's a demon, they're foul.
A little bit of cursing.
Yep.
Yep, it is tied together. Earlier I was telling the guys that I wrote down the rough chronological order of the campaigns. Some I'm not quite sure if one happened exactly before another, but there are definitely groupings of epochs and